Okay, what was I doing? I did that. Present for father. Take the tank to St. Early. He's gonna go to St. Bruce Medical College. Shit. Oh, my insides. Okay, go 304. Oh, Lloyd, it's nice to see you. Oh, good morning. Hello, you two. Really wanted to thank you for what you did the other day, Shizuku. You becoming friends with Kia really made her happy. It was nothing. I think I should be the one thanking you, actually. How is she? Oh, she's great. Girl's so active, we have trouble keeping up with her. She never gets tired of running around, that's for sure. Yes, but we are still no closer to recovering her memories. I'm sorry to hear that. Could you pass along a message to Kia? I would love to come play with you sometime soon. Will do, Shizuku. Believe me, you're welcome at the SSS building anytime. Won't that be fun, Shizuku? Oh, that reminds me of something. If you're not too busy, might we ask you all a little favor? Cecily, you don't mean... What's up? Please don't worry about it, Cecily. It's just a silly idea. Oh, you're the one being silly. There's no need to be shy. You see, it's almost Shizuku's father's birthday, so of course she wants to give him a special present. It's almost Arios' birthday? So he is human, huh? Obviously, Randy. I think I get it. You want our help to figure out what present to get, right? No, not quite. You see, I was thinking of making Father something handmade this year, so I was wanting to search for some things I could use for it. Oh, gotcha. So you want to collect a bunch of trinkets around here to craft a special charm for your dad? It's been a Crossbellian tradition for a long time. Oh, really? Never heard of that one. I remember making cute things like that for grandfather when I was little. So we're to search the medical college for suitable materials for your gift? Does that summarize the request? If you could, yes. I know if there's anyone capable of finding the perfect items for Shizuku, it's you guys. When you do, would you mind bringing them up to us? Sure thing. Couldn't refuse a request from the adorable Shizuku. I never meant to impose, but thank you. Next question would be, what do you want to make? If we know what, we should be able to put together a list of what to look for. Any ideas? Well, let's see. I actually found this really amazing stone the last time I went on a walk with Cecily. It's all smooth and feels nice to the touch. When I showed it to Cecily, she said I should keep it since it's so very pretty, but maybe we could incorporate it into Father's gift somehow. I think that's a wonderful idea. It's me. I'm alive. He really is quite the mysterious little rock. When I held it, it gave off this gentle warmth that spread through me like a comforting hug. Oh, that is pretty neat. Now, for using this stone, we should consider what kind of present would be most suitable for Arios. Since it's a present, of course, we'll need something to wrap it up in. Okay. How has your evening been, Liddy? Toy, gift, the box, the toy came in. We need that box. Thank you. Yes, the child is okay with giving away the box a toy came in. That's good, Liddy. Okay, we'll go down to the second floor. Finding the joy, I think. My wife and I were talking about what we want to do next for either a vacation or if we want to look at moving. Or, we had a whole thing where it's like, okay, we're first going to go on this vacation that we've wanted to go on to forever, and then now it's like, all right, what's next in life? Very interesting. Very interesting to think about.
Uh-oh, looks like we're gonna have to do some fighting.
Oh, fuck. Fetal Pigeon subscribed to your channel for 22 months. Damn, I've been in here for a minute. was going to look at Zillow. I never know if it's something that like actually matters or not. If I were to look at, a home on stream, like it's not like I actually own it. It's like I live in the area, but my wife was like, "Oh, you should take a look at that if you're gonna stay up." I'm like, "Okay, I can do that." Let's see. Yeah, probably not 500,000. Let's do 300,000. Minimum, we'll do 100,000 because I don't want to see land plots. Bed and bath. We need at least 1.5. Okay, well that narrows that down. Wow. All right. A few less options than I thought. Maybe you didn't sub fast enough. You ever think about that? I actually have no idea why that would be. That's really crazy. Okay, definitely not a townhome. Townhomes can suck my fucking dick.
Go drink some water, or I'll fucking end you.
Just the 340. That one's not water. Whoops. Oh god. That's. Whoops, Daisy. Good lord. Yeah, I don't know why I keep the piss jar right next to there. That's what I drank out of. Let's see. Zillow, don't fucking tell me something broke here. Yeah, don't want to roofie myself. That is for sure. Okay, let's try this again, quick. All right, 340, just still a little bit over what I would be comfortable paying, but let's take a look. Bed and bath has to have at least 1.5 bathrooms. All right, and it cannot be a townhome. I don't want a condo, apartment, manufactured. Townhomes. Take those out of there. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. 3 bed, 3 bath. What's the outside look like? Okay, Zillow, are you fucking serious? What the fuck? Can I not look at pictures on here? I guess not. What if I try Chrome? Do I have Chrome on this? Oh, that's right. I forgot. My fucking search bar stopped working. I can't ever catch a fucking break, man. What is Edge listed under? Oh, there it is. Microsoft Edge. All right, let's try that again. I'm just trying to confirm something really quick. Okay, there we go. All right. Ed Freeman is in high school, get blackout drunk and then hauled to the cop shop and then told his parents he got roofied. I mean, that's a good idea. You gotta lie to your parents. There's a gym in it. I hate these homes. Oh, and it's a fucking, oh god, it's like a duplex. What the fuck? You list stuff. Not 500,000. Hold on. Let's do Kirby music. Okay, I'm not gonna do this for very long. I don't know why Zillow is giving me such a hard time. I just wanted to just take a look quick. All right, 350. Minimum 100,000. Just turn that down even more. Okay. All right, remove boundary. Yeah, home type. Take out all of these. Fucking, I just want a house. Yeah, it helps a lot if you already own a home, and that's something that's like so fucked up. It's like, oh yeah, the best way to buy a house is already own one. Okay, these are townhomes. I fucking take townhomes off and they list them under regular houses. That is such fucking bullshit. God damn it. $435,000 for. Is this a? I don't. For what is it? Oh, here we go. Here's actual pictures. Catopia. That's a lot of cats. Doesn't look like it's on the market anymore, but I can see why this person was not mentally well. I can tell you that much. That's a lot of cat stuff. Yeah, so someone claimed that capital, that's for sure. Okay. God, that's at the end of a cul-de-sac. Where are just homes in the town? I feel like all of these are just in like developments, and it's like I just want a house, like a house in town. Like I don't want a townhome. Like I know that's redundant, but it's it's not. The terminology is wrong. A mental asylum would be pretty fucking sick. See, now this is what I'm talking about. It's a little millennial gray, but like, ooh. Not a great bathroom. Is that the... Where's the other bathroom? Okay. That's pretty nice. 5 bed, 2 bath. Spacious kitchen. Okay. A lot of carpet, which I don't care for, but I like this little barn thing. And I love I think it's just a 3-season porch. But that is a place that you can put a hot tub. Like right here. Hot tub. Okay. All right. I think this is kind of what my wife was looking for when we were talking about looking for a house. Yeah, large bathtub or a hot tub. I think those are the requirements. And I like the idea of the large bathtubs, but also I feel like they never hold up in the same way that... Is this connected? Yeah, it's a multi-family home. God, they do that on purpose. They mislabel them. And it makes me so angry. Oh, and it has an HOA fee, of course. Of course it has an HOA fee, which is absolute horseshit. I'm not entering into an HOA. These people can suck my fucking dick. Oh, you want to pay an extra $400 a month so that we can tell you that you can't plant trees here? Like, fuck off. God. Okay. Yeah, I legitimately, HOAs are like the biggest, maybe one of the biggest scams that has ever happened. Okay, I'm really off center here. All right. 2 bed? What in the fuck? It's hard. I also don't know what my current home would sell for because we bought it like almost 5 years ago now. So I'm having I don't know if maybe my budget can go over this. I have no fucking clue. The fact that we were even able to buy a home in the first place was pretty spectacular. So it's very hard to say. Ooh, God, this place looks fucked up. For $315,000 and just fucking gross. Wow. All right. Let's take a look. You don't have a country or a city in there, but we'll take a look. Oh, that one's off market. 681,000 in Washington, Missouri. Is that where we're looking here? This is just like a normal house. Yeah, same. Property value went up. Yeah, because if your property value goes up $11,000, then you get money back. But if it's because it's like, oh well, your property value is going to go up a certain amount. But if it only goes up, or maybe it's 11%. It's like a certain percentage. Ooh, that's kind of nice. I like that bathtub. But yeah, that literally happened to us where it went up like 10.8%. And if it was 11%, we would have gotten a tax break for this year to prep us. So, you know. Looking at the pictures, I didn't see anything crazy on that one. Why do they keep putting these in here? Home type. Literally, I only have houses associated. No HOA fee. Okay, there we go. That's how you get those out of there, actually. Anoka. Anoka would be okay. It's not as far north as I want to be, but definitely out of the city. I'd like a basement that's a little more functional than this, but yeah, my property tax as well. I suppose all of my stuff is rolled up into my mortgage, and I know that you don't. You got that house full on, right? You don't have any mortgage associated. Ooh, 350. Okay. Yeah, maybe a Noka would be a good one. That's what I was trying to. That's good. I wish my grandmother would have left me something like that. Of course, there was way too many grandkids. Way too many grandkids for that to work. But birthday was pretty good. I don't have any real complaints. Yeah, that's true. I do still have an hour left. I'm not living in the future. I think some people do. Office. I mean, getting a house is a pretty big joy, I would say. I think that's about as good as you can break out. Outside and talk to Gary. Who's Gary? Okay. Gailey, not Gary. They're collecting materials for Shizuku. I'm definitely not reading this. The side quests I might just stop reading unless they seem interesting, because this is like really, this is getting to be a lot. Everyone said it's all the way out to the outside area. But yeah, no, I did not get any toys. I did not get any presents. No presents for this birthday boy. Let's see. Go back to room 3 or 4. Okay. That's great. Honestly, to not capitalize on a free house is the ideal. The thing that I think you should do with a house is live in it and enjoy it and feel comfortable and not, you know, in danger all the time. All these people are like, oh, you gotta rent it out and fix it up and do this and that. It's like, how about you just enjoy yourself for a little bit? Maybe I do misunderstand. I did not have a birthday cake. Oh, Lloyd, you're back. Does that mean? That's right, we found all the stuff for the gift. Was this a pendant? Yes, we found a box and ribbon. I'm honestly a little shocked. I believed in you. Pendant. Everything's so good for stuff. Yeah, cool. Here's a product. You can make arts and crafts. Are you trying to move outside of your state, or is you just talking about the area that you're in, Lucis? Well, I mean, if someone leaves you a house, you're fully within your rights to sell it. Like, that's... I think that's kind of the implication. You know, is that, like, you can get rid of things. And if the person, if your dad is like, you know, this is kind of shitty, maybe, not actually, but, like, I would say, like, if he wants to buy it from you, he's willing, he should do that. But, like, it's not your obligation to fucking, like, keep a house that you don't want to live in. I mean, I would say save money up enough to, you know, be able to move or whatever, but yeah. Yeah, you'll get over it sometime. Hey, goodbye, my... But yeah, Lucis, are you trying to move out of the state, or are you, like, I don't know, how far are you talking about? That's so funny, Liddy, because that's like, that used to be really common, that you would just get left a house, like if your parents died or if your grandparents died. Like, generational wealth is so mystifying for the normal, like the middle class now, that it like just sounds like a movie. Oh, that's really sad, actually. Well, if you want to move anywhere, then why not the house that you're already in? Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, I'd probably sell it. I suppose wait until you get married, you know, that would probably be a good time to, time to figure that out. Left to Netflix. I'm leaving you my annual Netflix subscription. It's only good for the next 2 months. Fucking dies. God damn. That's so sad. That's pretty good. I love that. I love the Batman banging. It's one banging Batman. Okay, to the Maine's mining village, which is up north. But yeah, no, I'm kind of at a little bit of a crossroads at the moment in my life, so it's interesting to try to think about what. Yeah. The only thing I could think to say was like, well, I was gonna bring up that my dad is dead, and then it's like, well, you know what? I actually have no advice for this because, like, nothing good came from my relationship with my dad. That it's like, well, he can buck up. It's like, well, maybe that's not the right approach. That's true. It does kind of look like it was like photoshopped in. Yeah. I mean, you know, I guess the thing would be that, like, hey, try to be like, especially if you get married. Being married, I think, is the best excuse to be like, hey, we really, because, okay, long-term or short-term plan that you could do is that, like, you get married and you're like, hey, we need to have our own space. I'm sorry, Dad, but, like, you know, married now. Maybe I want to get a couple dogs, or I want to get more pets. I want to use the room that you're in to, you know, do X, Y, or Z. Just fucking make something up, you know? Just be like, you know, maybe I'll get pregnant or something. I don't know, you know, just lie. And then use that as a jumping off point to get him out of the house. And then as soon as he's out of the house, then look to list it for sale. I think that would be I would say that would be the softest way to do that. Okay. I gotta get a sex swing room. I think that's a legitimate reason. Be like, hey man, I'm fucking married. I need a room to get all this lube in. Dad, I gotta confess. I need a room to do my fucking golden showers in. We've already been doing it in your room. I figured I need to tell you. Dad, I gotta tell you, there's a piss drawer in here. Okay. Choose the section. Woo. Pisserware. Well, I mean, worst case scenario is that it might take you a little bit longer to get your dad out of there, but the property value will probably just keep going up. So. Okay. I need a shitload of money. Dad, I need Plasmaniac to move in. My friend Fade is gonna move in here. Yo, look at this video I found on the hub. In the basement, Fade. But yeah, I would, it's a good idea. Oh, Plasminic would definitely live there too. He might be a little too excited. You might have to get a couple more locks on your rooms because I don't, you gotta really be careful. Or, you could do a Scooby-Doo and then say that it's haunted and spook, get them, spook them out. And dress up as a ghost, go in there, you're like, woo! Some real old school shit. And I mean, technically, you're within your legal rights to just ask him to move out no matter what, as long as you're the owner of the lease. But, it's like... But I get where you're coming from. Yeah, home ownership is very, very odd. To like sort of, because like it's a privilege and all that nonsense. It's great, but also like when you try to think about changing your situation at all, it can get just really complicated. Because like selling a house and buying a house at the same time is like just a giant undertaking. Yeah, stuck at home. Well, and it's worse if you're home poor and home stuck, where like you literally cannot afford to do anything because your home is too expensive. That always makes me really sad. That's specifically what my wife and I didn't want to do, was not be home poor. And it's like, yeah, we could buy a $400,000 home, but then also we just have to eat ramen every day. Oh, 2 hours away. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Yeah, that's one of the reasons that we were looking at moving, was so that we would be closer to or further away from the city, because right now we are in the city. I'll always take good real estate news. Okay, I think that that news dramatically went downhill within one sentence. Oh, it's shutting down. Okay, that's good. And we're back up. Still, the existence of virtual real estate was bad. Okay, hopefully I'm getting some Mira by doing this. I'm really sort of shooting in the dark here, hoping that I suppose I'm getting Orbital Gems. Perception. Man, I got 3,870 there. Yeah, that I'm getting it, getting the gems necessary. Let's see what kind of shit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's free. Real estate.
We're giving you land.
It's free.
We're giving you a house.
It's real estate. Free.
It's a free house for you, Jim.
This is free real estate.
Well, you gotta bring furniture, but the house is free.
2 bedrooms, no rugs. It's free.
You unlock the door to your free house. We got you the real estate.
It's a 2-bedroom house. It's free. It's got a pool in the back.
I'm not carrying this around all day. It's for your house.
Free real estate. I'll pee my pants.
Jim, come get your damn land.
It's a free house.
Jim, I got real estate.
Jim, to get better than this.
Jim.
The house is free.
Jim.
The house is free.
It's a free house.
It's free real estate.
Perfect. You know, Tim and Eric was a show that I didn't really enjoy 80 to 90% of it, but the 10% that hits really hits. Everything from Tim and Eric is basically out of context, Lucis. I don't know if there's anything that could ever bring you enough context to be like, yes, this totally makes sense. I think they would have done maybe even better on YouTube because, like, they basically are, it's like a YouTube sketch show, except listed as, like, TV episodes. Yeah, it's like SNL, except it's the peak 2000, late 2000s dry humor jokes that are like not really jokes, but they'll like go on for like 15 minutes, and that'll be like the whole joke is that the joke just keeps going on for like a really long period of time, and then you're like, is this funny? But then they keep doing it, and then at a certain point you're like, I think it's funny because like I'm starting to get, you know, I went from uncomfortable to laughing, and then the joke keeps going on, and then you're like, okay, now we're back to not funny again. And it just kind of goes on like that for very, very long periods of time. Gotta have more cowbell. They use Christopher Walken. I never watched any Smosh. I think the most Smosh I've ever seen is now like newer stuff. I saw where they had Drew Gooden on. Okay, let's see. Do I have enough money to buy medals? I need more. Meat spin. Wow. Gotta really get that dick a moving. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, they were like young kids when they started, and then they got bought out, and then apparently that all went really, really, really poorly, and then they and then now they're just like regular, I guess. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay. So what do I need? I need 5,500 medals. Yeah, like Shane Dawson. Yeah, I was exposed to a lot of like media for adults. I didn't really have experiences where like I enjoyed children's media, so and it's funny because like I always think like, oh well, I liked SpongeBob, but I watch SpongeBob now and it's fucking funny as hell. Like SpongeBob has always been really, really funny. How much? 5,500 tokens? What's up, Jeff Gamer 916? Okay. Now I need the perfect suit. I need the perfect boots. Is there anything else that I would even want over here? Okay. And I gotta go to the department store. Switch, I'm very glad that you have never sent me a pic of anything inappropriate. That by from Times Department Store. Here. Oh yeah, the perfect tail and the perfect ears. Unless you're into that sort of thing. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I had watched a lot of Angry Video Game Nerd and that guy with the glasses stuff, like Nostalgia Critic and Cinema Snob, up until I was like 14. And after that, I just... I remember when I was like 15, I was watching... God, what was it? The director. Let me see if I can... the guy who directed American History X. Tony Kaye, I think? Is that him? It wasn't like a fire. Can I just see the shit you directed, please? God damn it. Maybe it's not Tony Kaye. No, it wasn't any of these. God, what the fuck was that called? Black and white movie. No. Maybe it is like a fire. Oh yeah. I remember I was okay. So yeah, it is Lake of Fire. I was right the first time. But yeah, I don't watch popular streamers. Okay, what was I saying? But I remember when I was like 15, my mom walked in, and my brother had also walked in while I was watching a movie on the main television in the living room, and they're like, "Oh, what are you watching?" And I was like, "Oh, it's called Lake of Fire. It's it's like a 2.5 hour documentary on the abortion topic, and it's in black and white." And and they're immediately like, "Oh, okay, I'm leaving." And it's like, that's the type of, by the time I was 15, that's the kind of content I was watching on the regular. So it's that's basically what my life turned into for a short period of time. So I kind of dropped off a lot of the YouTube stuff. I dropped off a lot of Newground stuff too. So, and then after that I started drinking. So then it really went off the internet trail, and then I got back on the internet trail after I got together with my wife. So then, there's a period of time from like 2011-ish to 2016 where I was just like not really on the internet in the same way. But now I'm very chronically online, so take that, me from the past, I guess. Do you not have an About Me for your channel? Are you gonna stream again, Switch? Are you streaming again? Are you streaming again? Okay, combat boots. Sure, I'll read it. Okay, actually, I need her to put on the perfect suit, the perfect boots, the perfect tail, and the perfect ears. So now she's a cat. Did you try fighting it on Nightmare and you're having a shit time on it, or what's going on? Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Oh. Of course, there goes all of my fucking... Yeah, that's probably fine, Lucis, then. Too long and too specific. Yeah, I never really got into Minecraft, which is, again, it was just sort of, I remember I saw someone playing it in the web browser at school, and I was like, that kind of looks dumb as hell. Especially that early version of Minecraft, it's like, yeah, you could spend a lot of time just on Minecraft. And the things that you can create. I mean, it's like giant Legos. It is actually really cool, the amount of things that were being done, but yeah, I definitely didn't understand the obsession with it that so many people had. Yeah, Switch, I would probably have guessed that without you saying anything. You! Me? Oh, what is that outfit? Oh, this is a perfect set. Perfect? Yeah, I agree, Lucius. And the Ender Dragon wasn't in the game for a while, so there wasn't really an ending to it for a good period of time. So, yeah, I agree, Lucius. That's the type of video games that I like. Perfect. It's so cute. Oh, this seems promising. Look, her mouth is trembling. She's about to burst into a huge smile. It's just a matter of time. But it seems she needs one more push. Hey, EverQuest, will you hear me out? That's very funny, Switch. I actually really love that. Well, I don't know if Lucius feels the same way, but if you're not allowed to play as a child, especially with like blocks and things of that nature, you end up becoming very goal orientated because that's the only way that you can ever really understand like things, because you were never really allowed to imagine things in like a safe and healthy environment. So that's how that happens. Just Cause is pretty fun for like 20 minutes. I will say that Just Cause does not really compare to the fun that I've had in GTA. Maybe I did, but I do know that I've seen people do some sick shit in Just Cause. Take it to the streets. GTA Albuquerque. It's the idea of you just have like a GTA, but it's just set in a place where there's like no tall buildings. EverQuest, will you hear me out? Request? Can you say nyan nyan, please? Never mind. Sorry, forget about it. Tio Tot, say it! Say it! Really? She only needs one more push. Please, Tio. Very well, if you insist. Lucius, can you believe that you missed out on this?
As far back as I can remember, I worked for other people. They called it opportunity.
Hello,
I
Jeff
called
Game.
it debt. The city never stopped moving, and neither did what I owed. I never picked the smart job. I picked the one that brought me another day. In Tindleston, nobody waited their turn. If you gave them space, they
This
took
looks
it.
really bad.
Sometimes you didn't need skill. You just needed something solid.
This looks like some real Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah. That's the sound a face makes when it meets regret. Pain built.
Like, this fighting looks really...
Took over.
Oh.
I didn't fight to win. I fought to finish.
The driving looks fun.
Every hit mattered.
And I will say a lot of GTA games have very terrible hand-to-hand
There's a
combat.
payment, and they reminded you. They weren't negotiators. They were punctuation. When the day ran out, so did your luck.
If they get the driving right,
Sleep didn't fix a thing. It just reset
That can
the
help.
clock. It was all connected.
also this voiceover is not doing anything for me.
Violence and speed.
Brutal. Yeah, no problem. Jeff Gamer 000. Yeah. Yeah, not good to have everything yassified in that way. I agree on that. Well, and it's funny too because it's just like AAA games that are having these problems. So, you know, like we do get a lot of games that are like pseudo 2011 games or pseudo PlayStation 1, PSX, pseudo PS2, pseudo Dreamcast. So, I mean, at this point, we could just stop making video games. I think we'd be okay. I think we have enough video games for everybody for the rest of life. So, yeah, that was extreme. That was exceedingly embarrassing. Huge. Oh, adorable. Oh no, just looking at her makes my face break out in a grin. Look, that's a smile. She really looks like a completely... I can't believe there's an entire mission to try to just get a waitress to smile And that's it. Yeah, Lucis, that sounds like an idea that would just actually get really annoying. Although some people like that kind of stuff. Some people like, well, it sounds like gacha games. I guess that's the, you know, where you only have so much HP. I guess it depends if there's microtransactions in it that'll be, that'll allow you to get more action points. She really looks like a completely different person when she's smiling. You did it, Teotat! We broke feminism! Tio, you okay? No. To think that our quest for a smile would be accompanied by such mental anguish. Didn't I tell you? She's super cute when she's smiling. You aren't kidding. If she wore that smile every day, I'd be a regular here too. What is going on here? Okay, we're skipping past this. Yeah, in-game day. Yes. I'm with you there. It just, yeah, it's odd. It's a choice that seems, I understand where someone could get the gall to do that, but you know, like Grand Theft Auto, I guess you're not necessarily totally blocked by what, I mean, the time of day matters, but then you can always just wait. So maybe that's not a good example. Yeah. That's tough. I think everybody at this point wants to stand out, and that can kind of make people be like, this is what we're going to base our game off of. And then you look at it, it's like, oh, okay. Is that a good idea? Oh, damn. Switch fucked up, Lucis. Can't believe you did that. Right in this chat? Oh my god. Let's see. Yeah, no, I'm with you. 5 damage. I mean, it's a bold strategy.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him. Half a century ago, a professor named C. Epstein found about the so-called orbital revolution. Orbital technology meant plenty of resistance at first, Urameshi, but fast forward 50 years and we're surrounded by orbits, Urameshi. Convenient innovations such as orbital cars crop up one after the other these days, Urameshi.
Hello, everyone.
I assume you saw my support request?
Yes, you wanted us to hold a guest lecture, I believe.
Yes, thanks to your previous lecture, Urameshi, the children have become very interested about the police, Urameshi. Having Lloyd, Urameshi, as lecturer at Urameshi was also well received, so I wanted you to hold a lecture for East Street's children, too.
We at the CBD also appreciate when people are interested in what we do. Yes, we'll hold a lecture. We're running through this. This is extremely boring. I see why they didn't bother translating these quests in here. Thank God for guides that just tell you what to do.
Okay. First option, Ellie. Geo. Like, here's how you submit things to the police. Like, I don't think that's interesting. Like Randy. Ellie. Lloyd. And Lloyd. Okay. And then you have to have all of the recipes, which I did not do, so we're skipping that one. Okay. I think that's it. Alright, I think I can continue with the main story now. Good God. Like, it wouldn't be a problem if the side quests were just more interesting. Fuck, they're boring. Like, they'll have one or two interesting points within them, but, you know, if the side quest is 15 minutes and 2 lines of dialogue in there are interesting, that's just a lot. Strega P. Okay. There we go. All right. Lucis, how did you like the side quests in Azure? Get a light armored car. We're gonna use yeah, I mean, anything would help at this point. Just something to spice it up. Like, you know, if the characters just have more experience so they can say more things. I mean, I want to do them. You know, like, that's the problem, is that I want to do the side quests. I want them to be interesting, but like, damn. Well, that was much quicker than I thought it'd be. But remember, right, this is the path that leads down to the ruins. That's right. We'll have to continue on foot from here. Well, if we're ready to head out, we'd better get a move on. Indeed. Do we really have to explore ghost-infested ruins? Calm down, Ellie. Ghosts aren't real. Ghosts aren't real. Like, at least the Blue Blanc stuff made more sense in the Sky series, because it's like, oh yeah, he's around in that game. Like, he's part of the major antagonists. Why did he show up here? You know, it's like... It just feels like they were really living in the shadow of Skies, and they just like they didn't know how to break through completely. What did I unlock? I unlocked something. Was it Strike Bell? Maybe it was. Manifest the time barrier, destroys it, advancing turns. Okay. Overwhelms enemies with a frenzied storm, bringing death. Maybe it was Deadly Storm. Oh, yeah. Okay. That I did not have before. I don't think. Oh, that's true. Whew, we finally made it. Is it just me, or does it seem way more gloomy than it was last time we were here? It's not just you. It didn't feel anywhere near this ominous before. Guess we've got our ghost bells to thank for that. I'm not entirely convinced they're ghosts. It's more likely they're just some type of unknown monster. Do you sense something, Tio? What do you mean you got an ad for Horse Girls? Like the anime thing? Or something else? I detect a strange fluctuation in the atmosphere. Oscillations in the air, perhaps? An incorporeal presence? Oscillations? Incorporeal? Okay. Well, I don't doubt that. I didn't sense anything like this when we were here before. I believe it is coming from the roof where the bell is. That reminds me, Stargazer Tower also had a bell on its roof, much like these ruins. I come to think of it, you're right. They almost remind me of the bell in Crossbell's Central Square, actually. Think there's some kind of connection between all these bells? Well, our objective is to conduct a search of the ruins interior. Shall we set that bell as our target destination? I'd like to investigate the fluctuations Dio detected there. Yeah, sounds good to me. Now that we got a plan, let's head inside. If we have to. Commence mission. Alrighty then, let's go bag us some ghosts. Hey, they're unknown monsters, not ghosts. Isn't that right, Sergeant Major? Yeah, sure. Poor Ellie. I hope she doesn't get too freaked out in there. It's like Ellie being scared of ghosts. It's like, was that even remotely established as something that seemed like she would be afraid of? I don't know. Gotta get that beach episode in there. Would this come out in 2011? Is that right? Let's see. Trails from Zero. 2010, yeah. I will say there was a period of time in a lot of Japanese media, in like anime and manga, where they would just stop the plot completely. Like, they would just halt it as soon as something got interesting so that they, like, could just continue making merchandise for another year. I wasn't expecting this. And yes, you are completely correct, Liddy. It seems to be a chapel of some kind. According to records, this place was pretty important way back in the Middle Ages. They called it the Moon Temple. Apparently, it was built around the same period as Stargazer's Tower and that old fortress on the ancient battlefield. So that must mean this ruin is roughly 500 years old, constructed during a time of chaos and war. Did you hear that? A bell? Look out! What are those? Ghosts? I knew these things would show up. Can't check them out now, Mademoiselle Ellie. Here they come. A will of the wisp will always explode when defeated. Okay, good to know. Love the 9 experience they gave me. Oh, the Academy never trained me for ghost extermination. Ellie, are you okay? Yeah, I think so. Just what are these things? It's like... And I don't mean to harp on this so much, but like... The Sky series, all of the characters were very interesting. Even the ones that weren't interesting, or that weren't as, like, that didn't match some of the main characters, were still pretty interesting. Like, Kilika was interesting. Like, everyone just had enough personality for it to just kind of go around. And maybe that's because the main characters were interesting enough so that, you know, you get more time to bounce off. Like, if a boring character talks to a really interesting character, the boring character starts to look a little more interesting, you know? Well, and it's like the story writing and the world building stays consistently good. But the character writing is, I don't know, and maybe there's a commentary here that police officers just cannot be actually interesting people. Maybe that's the meta commentary. If you're a police officer, there's a good chance that you're not a very interesting person. Definitely looks like ghosts to me. That's for sure. Covered in an eerie light, vanished into thin air. Typical ghost stuff. The 3 higher elements are exerting a powerful force in this area. For whatever reason, this place is also brimming with spiritual energy. Spiritual energy? Now that you mention it, we all heard the temple bell ring just now, right? Is it possible that was rung by the Go? No! Please stop! It was probably just the wind. Yes, that must have been it. Still stuck on the denial stage, Mademoiselle Ellie. I understand how you feel, Ellie, I do. But considering how that last fight went, I say we continue our investigation. Sergeant Major, are you ready to go? Yes, of course. I guess I have no choice. At least our attacks are effective against them. And then I ended up touring some haunted mansion when I woke up this morning. Whew, that was an eye roll. That was an eye roll that I just did, and oh my goodness. Yeah, the script writing is, and I don't think it's the translator's fault. That's the part that I guess is unfortunate. That, like, sometimes it'd be like, oh, maybe it's just some issues with mistranslations, but I do actually think that the translators are doing their best here. And that the content itself just maybe isn't quite as... Like, the characters were written this way intentionally. Yeah, I really have higher hopes for Azure. Oh, we got some fish stars. Well, you know, if the gameplay gets bad, that's one thing. Or, like, you know, honestly, I kind of wish they were more annoying, because then it'd just be more interesting. You know, the old adage that, like, it's worse to be mid than it is to be objectively bad. Because if you're bad, there's more things to talk about. But if you're mid, it's like, there's just not much to say about it. Yeah, it's being boring, yeah. And there's just a lot of times where I'm like, man, this is kind of boring. And that's not... Even though I am invested in the world, and that I think is upsetting. Oh shit, she has a new S-Break. Okay. Probably should have paid attention. Also, I just picked a direction to go and just went that way. Hopefully that's not gonna bite me in the ass. Okay, so that opens that door up. Alright. So that's good. Yeah, the characters are very much lower than reasonably expected. Which that part really is unfortunate because I feel like you can really get away with a lot if your characters are interesting. I should keep going down or not. You know, it's something too that maybe if I were to look at the writers of the game, we'd probably get a better idea of, you know, who wrote what, especially for Skies versus this. And I have not thought to look that up. Probably be something interesting at least, but damn it. It's hard too because like this is a series that is not extremely popular, so I do imagine that it can be harder to find in-depth information in English about this. You know, not necessarily in the same way that like Final Fantasy, you can watch literal like hours and hours and hours of documentary style interviews and stuff. Oh, birthday boy. Then I'll be 32 years old in 1 days. Won't that be something? You know, pretty sure Mugman is a child, but strippers are, I don't know, something that was interesting when I was 18, but the older you get, the less interesting it is. I went to the strip club like 3 times when I was 18 because it was always like, oh, we went when someone turned 18, and then we did that like 3 times in a row for different friends' birthday parties. And then I think I went like once, like a year after, and it was just like sad and weird. And it's like, okay, this is what they talk about when they say like, yeah, a young man's brain is just not developed enough to really fully understand the nuances and context of this situation. And that if the stripper said she really, really likes your vibe, that she's just doing it for money. And that's okay, that's her job. But you know, like, she does not mean it. Yeah, I don't think I've been to a strip club since I was maybe 21. I think we might have went once. 21 or 22 once, and then that's just sad. I did know a girl from high school who was a stripper. So that was interesting. She was probably one of the dumbest people I knew, who was like dumb, but not like book dumb. She was like almost a straight A student. She did really well there, but like the street smarts was like at a 0. She would say some shit that was like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? Stripping is a bit like stripping. I just don't have to get on the pole. Yeah, I just don't gotta show my bits. I'm in love with the stripper. Right and she be a lot to install a pole in the house. Did you know that the stripper poles are like on a motor, so they move around? So a lot of the times the tricks, while they are still incredibly impressive, it's because the pole itself is spinning, which makes it like several hundred times easier. Yep, the pole spins. there's a whole bunch of ways. I forget what I use. The one that I use has a command line interface, so I don't know if that's something that you would want to deal with. I think this shit's annoying. It's where you have to do it through CMD for the one that I'm talking about. I don't know if that's the same one that I'm talking about. I haven't needed to do it for a while. You can also just use OBS and record, do a screen record of the YouTube channel. It doesn't like fully download it, but that also works. One of those, you know, hot tricks and tips they don't tell you about. Okay, wait. So I just came in all the way from over here. But yeah, you just set up OBS and have it, you know, run. Works pretty well. Oh, you sucker MCs ain't got nothing on me. Damn. No more birthday for this birthday boy, if you birth what I mean. I don't know. I do not know what time of day I was born. My mother wasn't exactly informative about things about me when I was born and all that jazz. You think Lucis knows what time I was born? That'd be odd. I don't know what my blood type is either. That's something that has bothered me for a while. Five seconds ago. There we go, Lucis knows. Yeah, I do believe my mother had an epidural when I was born, so that's something. My oldest brother, she did natural, I think. Then the middle brother was a C-section. So that's there's a fact for you. The fuck are these things? Lloyd, how did you die? Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have a baby book or something here at the house. I don't know if I do. Okay, I think I'm almost done with the dungeon ruins. Hey, I got some iron shoes. That's cool. Do you like it?
What is this?
Whatever it is, I don't like the look one bit. I'll do this fight and then I'll be done for the night.
Whatever it is, I don't like the look of it one bit. Why the hell is there a place like this behind the chip? It's not normal, that's for sure. These ruins seem way too twisted and belong to the Deception Church. Curious about that pattern on the floor there. It resembles an eye, doesn't it? Kind of. What's wrong, Tio? Did you notice something? Odds are this place served as some sort of ritual chamber. A horrid place used to offer live sacrifices. Sacrifices? Yes, I imagine those dark red stains on the floor are from the victim's spilled blood. Of course, I would not know for sure without a proper composition test. Alright, girlie. Kinda wish I hadn't learned that. I still don't understand why all this is doing here in the first place, though. Again? Shh, what's gonna show up this time? No way, is this... I mean, this is exciting. We got a demon being summoned. A devil? Please be careful, I'm detecting massive amounts of spiritual energy from it. What the heck? We're supposed to be cops, not exorcists. Here it comes. Oh
shit, she coming. Right, of course. It's gonna be one of these kind of fights, huh? Okay. Hey, he's dead. We got to analyze them. There we go. Damn, Archdevil giving me 36 experience. Not good. We managed to take it down. What an Idios' name was that? It looked like a devil straight from the Church's testaments. Regardless of its origins, it was emitting a terrifying amount of spiritual energy. Ghosts, skeletons, evil creatures, and now we're fighting devils? This place is messed up, man. Given our current position, I'm pretty sure the bell's right above us. Let's go check it out, everyone. Let's! Okay, saving. Exiting. Can I go check something really quick? I'm gonna be right back before I end the stream. Okay. Hey, I said I was checking something out before I was ending the stream. Nobody listened to me. Hold on. I was gonna see if I could figure out when I was born. I have a box. Let's see. I was born 9 pounds 6.5 ounces. I was a big child. All right. Baby photos. I think this is me. We got some baby photos of me. Here I'm a shepherd. Does it say on your birth certificate? I'd have just told you. I don't think it says what time. It says what day. I might be wrong there, but I don't think it said on there. Because I feel like that's something that I would have looked at before if it was on my birth certificate. Maybe on the original birth certificate, but here's me, there's a little baby. Look at that little baby. Pretty sure mine doesn't. That might be a Minnesota thing. Let's see. Baby photos. And a tricycle. Baby photo. I don't remember looking at any of these. Someone put me in the garbage disposal. Here's me with SpongeBob. That's pretty cool. I don't remember that. I'll take a look. See if I can find any Rob Lowe pictures. Picture of my brother. Gross. Picture. A picture of my dad. Let's see. There's a horrible picture when I was like 12, I think. Let's see. So I was like 17. These are pictures. Hoping that there'd be something in here that, let's see, like a baby book or something. This is like a art book I did in kindergarten. That's not really. School photos, obituary, Meet Crazy Horse. Hey, my high school. Oh, no, that's not in there. Okay. Baby book. All right. I was born on a Friday at 1:38 p.m. So, there we go. Found it. All right, our baby is born. It's a boy! Triple exclamation point. I was 9 pounds 6.5 ounces, and I was 20 inches long. So, that's a pretty long baby. News of the day. The headlines. Yes, my birthday was over at 1:30. Well, you get 24 hours, so 1:38 p.m. I was born in Detroit Lakes. So in Minnesota, I guess. The headlines: California earthquakes. The president was Clinton. Popular entertainers: Garth Brooks, Reba McEntire. Trapeze tops was fashion. Okay. Birth certificate, marks of identification on in there. Some gifts. Important first. Okay, hey, here we go. I got something. Recognizes mother, 5 months. Recognizes father, 5 months. Is that fast or slow? I'm trying to think of a 5-month-old baby. I don't know if that's young or old, or, if that's, my smile was at 2 months. Lifted head was at 2 weeks. Laughed 3 months. Slept all night 1 month. Rolled over 3 months. Well, I mean, my mom wrote it in there, so I'm assuming that she knew. Let's see. When do babies lift head? Babies typically begin lifting their heads during tummy time around 1 to 2 months. In 2 weeks, I lifted my head? Yeah, the recognized part, that's fair. When do babies roll over? Yeah, between 4 and 6 months. So I was a little ahead of the game. 3 months, I was rolling over. Shit. Damn. And it only took me 1 month to sleep all night. Pretty good. Nothing recorded for saying dada, saying mama. First sounds. Ah, screams. Thanks, Mom. What was this first sounds? Screaming. Yeah, nothing else recorded in here. I was given cereal July 18th, 1994. That's 5 months in. When I was 3 months, I was 15 pounds. Health record, first physical examination. Examination findings, doing fine. Had 2 shots. Cried, but not too much. Cried more on second shot visit. Loves the Johnny ramp up. What is that? Oh, man. Just, what the fuck is a Johnny ramp up? Johnny ramp up? Johnny jump up. Maybe that's what it is. Jump up? Baby bouncer? Oh, it must have been a baby bouncer. Okay. Sounds words. Spits with tongue. That's not a fucking word. First birthday card. Baby's doctor, date of birth, time 1:34. Congratulations on the baby. Baptized. Family tree. Here I was at, I can't see the camera. So here I was at 3 months. Look at that. Look at that little baby. Little baby. Okay, well, I was born at 1:38 p.m. on a Friday. Very average time to be born. Fifth grade class stuff. Yes. 4/17/2001. So in first grade, let's see, I woke up on Easter Day and I found my Easter basket sitting on the table. I spelled table T-A-B-E-L-E like a fucking idiot. There was eggs, game, and candy in my Easter basket. I had an Easter egg hunt. We died. It's spelled died, D-E-I-E-D. Sheesh. Easter eggs. We ate Easter eggs. The Easter bunny brought, I spelled brought, B-R-O-U-T, my Easter basket. That was in 2000. That was in first grade. This is actually pretty good for first grade. I did read a lot as a child. Let's see what else we got. Who the hell is Mr. Hornson? I don't know who Mr. Hornson is, but I wrote about him. It's not any of the teachers that I have. My preschool diploma. Oh, my fucking report cards. Not so good. Well, actually, they were just fine. A lot of A's and S pluses. For effort, I got in let's see here, in third grade. In quarter 2, I got an S minus, and the notes are off task. Math, B, makes careless errors. Science health, understands complex tasks. That was pretty much me to a T. Understood complex things, but makes a lot of careless errors. Just some awful photos. 7th grade. Very cute. Very cute as a 17-year-old. I don't know why this photo is so big. There we go. There's me. First grade? This thing's fucking huge. Why is it so big? Okay. I think that's pretty much it. Just some other school photos. But yeah, okay. 1 p.m. 1 p.m. is the time. Is the time of the season for loving. Right. Well, time for me to immediately forget the fact that I was born at 1 p.m. after today, because I will never remember. Okay. All right. Well, that's enough of that. I should go to bed, considering it is 12:30. All right. Well, I'm going to say good night, and I hope you all are able to lift